Willkommen in Deutschland!
Hello, I am Jackson Mullen, applying for RA of freshman dorms, also go by Jack.
I am Jensen Myers, applying for RA of freshman dorms as well.
I'm Mary Mullen, but I go by Allie, and I'm applying for freshman dorms as well.
I'm Elizabeth Hyde, and I'm applying for either RA or SLA of freshman dorms.
Okay, so who would you hire? Imagine you are a member of the RA/SLA selection committee. Your current task is to choose two teams, each with two RAs and one SLA. From the candidates listed below, you may want to very quickly read through the candidate list on your own to get an idea as to who you think should be hired. Then collaborate with others in your group as a selection committee to arrive at a consensus regarding the candidates upon which you all agree. Do your best to arrive at a consensus. A simple majority vote is insufficient. It may help you to make boxes such as those below. Please start your timer and begin the activity.
So the timer is started.
So I'm gonna make like team 1 box, team 2 box.
Yeah. We'll read through first.
So I finished going through one, so
Okay.
Just
never mind.
no, I'm good.
Do we want to start with SLAs first or RAs?
Okay, well, first of all,
Do we have to split them up between male and female? Because like try it
interesting.
in freshman dorms or
Yeah, what's the difference between the two staff teams?
Maybe.
I think it's
Just 2 teams, I
Yeah.
guess. So yeah, we.
like who are the 6 people you'd hire basically.
I don't know. I see both sides.
Because I think there's an even amount of both. So I don't know if we'd be able to do like 2 girl staffs anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing guys and girls.
Yeah. That would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, plus that's the most realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Should we start off with like who we did not select?
Yeah.
Let's start with like the lowest people.
Yeah.
Well,
And then we can like organize them into 2 different.
Or everyone say you're like number 1 pick.
Let's. Or maybe we could just work through it chronologically, just kind of get a general
Like down the
consensus of each
list.
person.
Okay. Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
have 6
that's true.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Pick it up.
Okay.
Okay. So first, maybe we should do girls first and then guys. Just
Sure.
Teresa's the first one. Okay. Teresa.
Okay.
I'd say that she seems good, kind of more neutral.
Especially because she transferred from a different school, so she may not know kind of Pepperdine's area.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say neutral as well.
She could maybe be good for SLA because RA
She-
could be more difficult not knowing like Pepperdine specifically.
She applied for RA only though.
Oh, you're right.
I think the student government is good,
Yeah.
but I'm just not sure about like just transferring. How that would work.
Yeah.
So, neutral.
She'd be good for student government.
Yeah.
Neutral.
I agree.
Teresa over here. And then
Yi.
Mullin.
I was very excited about Yi. This enthusiastic and has connected with her residents. I was
Yeah.
like, that's how. I feel like that's all you need to do.
Yeah, especially for RA, like if you go for, actually I feel like from freshmen to upperclassmen, it's very important to be connecting with people because it's like RA's job to like build that community. So I feel like if she's able to reach like all the people from her dorm, like I don't know, last year all my dorm mates were super like diverse,
Yeah.
so to be able to like deal with that, I think that'd be really good.
I feel like she might be better for SLA, because I feel like SLAs, like, they especially, like, talk with the students and kind of are there to, like, engage them and kind of build community, and I think that that's,
That's very true.
I think since, like, maybe RA someone with a little bit more structure, like, someone who's a little bit more, structure, I guess, yeah. But, I mean, I think she would be good for either one.
Yeah. So maybe
Okay.
put
She's
her
a
on the
yes.
list and not say who
With
she
the
is
title.
yet. Yeah. Because there are some other SLA people.
Okay, I think the next one's Sue.
Oh yeah.
Because we're doing male, female.
I think this was one of our SLA candidates because serves in campus ministry. It doesn't say
It says
if they have a recommendation from campus ministry, but
She sounds
and also like the
pretty good.
sports med and pre-med major, like that's kind of a lot of workload.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
true.
for
And-
sure.
Also, with her recent engagement being broken off,
Yeah.
like maybe she has a lot going on in her personal life
So you're
too,
Yeah.
not be able
which
to,
could
like,
make it
take
hard.
time.
Yeah.
especially because you have to be there for other people going through things, and maybe not always put yourself first.
Exactly.
So it might be hard.
Yeah.
Agree. Let's
So-
keep her in mind, maybe. But
Yeah, like
Yeah.
with Teresa. Maybe. Hope is the next one.
Yes.
On
Oh,
probation.
yeah,
We.
I think.
Yeah.
It could.
It could
I
go
feel like it
either
could go
way.
both
Yeah.
ways.
Like,
Because she
I
could-
can see her as like a SLA.
Yeah.
She could like learn from her mistakes as well, and like
Okay.
mentor people.
Oh, okay.
She can like learn from her mistakes and like mentor
Yeah.
people in like her mistakes. So I think that could also be a very good example. And plus, it looks like she had some leadership positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she has a
Um,
good GPA, which means like she can balance her leadership positions with school as well.
Yeah.
And
Although, oh, sorry.
no, you're all good.
at the same time, she doesn't have, like, it doesn't say that she's highly recommended by, like, RSLA, which I think would show, like, growth and improvement.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'd like to see in Hope's application that I'm not.
Yeah. Especially, like, maybe working with, like, how she came back from her probation, like, what she did to, like, like you said, grow. So maybe keep in mind, but I think we have stronger ones.
Yeah.
Rebecca. Helps her SLA lead small group.
She was recommended to, like, the soft-spoken part's a little, like,
Yeah.
but, you know, you don't have to be, you just have to be, like, a leader.
Yeah.
To be able to get people to...
Like, my SLA last year was really soft-spoken, but she was able to, like, lead small group and, like, make a lot of friendships. Like, you don't necessarily have to be, like, this, over-the-top outgoing person.
Yeah, and if she's applying for RA and SLA, she might be better for SLA.
Yeah.
If she's more soft-spoken, because there's not as much with, like, authority or anything, and then she could be open to listening to a lot of other people.
Okay, so I think we're adding her to the list, right?
Yeah. As
and
SLA?
Yeah.
So then
And
that
then-
puts you to RA?
Yeah.
Also, can we get a time check?
1 minute.
Oh!
We have to decide all of the guys as well.
Yeah. So let's decide our other girl. Do we think...
We have Teresa or Sue, right?
Yeah, I think...
Or Hope. Right? Did we keep Hope on?
Yeah.
So, I'm feeling Teresa.
Actually, on looking back, I might say Teresa.
I
Yeah.
think Teresa
Like-
too.
Because she has that
Rebecca.
leadership
Yeah.
experience.
And she's looking to get involved, I think.
And she's RA only.
Yeah.
Which is another
And then be
thing.
like a
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at
move
the
on to
guys.
boys.
She knows what she wants.
I was thinking that Carl, he might be good as an RA because of the structure, kind of like what I was talking about earlier, but at the same time, like, he talks over others, and he seems pretty busy already, so, but maybe.
I kind of had him in the no list.
That'd be
at
12
first.
minutes.
Okay, so we have 1 more minute.
That included our introductions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So another minute.
Okay.
Yeah. I also had Carl in the no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bendilli?
I think he could be a good SLA.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because he's had conflicts in the past, so he knows how to, like, work through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think his
That's very
kind of diverse backgrounds will really add something interesting in the hall.
Yeah.
I agree.
Interesting perspectives.
Especially connecting with international students.
Which is something that's important.
Yeah. So should we put him down for SLA?
Can you apply for that, right? Yes.
And then Kevin is the next one.
I also had Kevin in the no.
I did too, because it seems like he's got a lot on his plate with athletics and.
Yeah. Especially with the confrontations, like, I feel like it could be harder if he had residents or peers that were in his dorm. That was a minute.
Okay.
That would make things difficult. But
I agree. Okay, so in the interest of time, we have 2 more. Let's look at them really quickly.
Scott and Jim.
Okay, so Scott, I would say no, because he's known to attend parties a lot and quite rowdy, like the combination of those two in particular, and he doesn't
set the best example.
Right.
And then
Jamie, I thought looked really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Especially like the campus resources and stuff.
besides,
Yeah.
like, the
And he
GPA.
applied for RA.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
What
That's
GPA
good
do
point.
is
2.5.
I think.
So
Maybe he could work to improve it in the next in the semester.
yeah. you
very
can
respectful of others. I think that he could do it.
I think he would be a good RA because he probably wouldn't get too attached, but then at the same time, like, still respects others' opinions and.
Okay. So we need 1 more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Maybe
I think Carl.
Carl.
I think even though he
Organization.
talks over others, I feel like that's something you can work on more than what the others have.
Yeah.
As long, because sometimes people aren't always aware of that. So I think if he was told and talked through that, and his co-RA kept him accountable.
Yeah. And he's involved in the well and helps set it up and tear it down. So
we can work with
he's-
the SLA.
Yeah.
So RA.
Okay.
So now we're going to present our findings.
Okay.
Oh, it's over 15 minutes, so we'll do it quickly.
Okay.
We'll leave a little more. But... So, was it
Okay, so as you've kind of seen so far, we split the RAs or the RA and SLA teams into like based on male and female, which is representative of how it would be on main campus with the different guys and girls dorms.
Yeah. We have, we decided that Rebecca would probably be a good SLA for the females, for staff team 1, because she's very active in BSA, and though she doesn't have any formal leadership experience, we think that she would be able to listen to other people's opinions, and although she's soft-spoken, would be able to hear everybody out and be a good SLA and be able to relate to a lot of different people.
For our first RA for the female side, we decided Yi-Win because she's her RA recommends her highly. She's very enthusiastic, which especially during NSO, if she were part of the freshman dorms, it's very important to get your dorm very excited about it, because I feel like that's the very start of your community. Is like how the tone is set during that NSO week. But even more in upperclassmen housing, not necessarily do people want to be involved because they're working on their majors, so being enthusiastic and connecting with all the residents is very important, because they're more secluded, I feel like, in upperclassmen. So either way, the connectivity with the residents is definitely a priority.
Yeah, and then we have Teresa as our second RA for the team 1, and we chose her because on the opposite of Rebecca, where she's more soft-spoken, Teresa is more structured with her business major and political campaign work. So we just thought they make a good team because they're kind of both sides of it.
And then for the guys dorm, we chose Bandil pretty quickly as our SLA. I think he has a really unique, diverse background. Coming from South Africa. And being involved in the multicultural club, and I think that he'll be really welcome, or really help connect with the international students, and I think that even though he's had roommate conflicts, he worked through them, and I think that his kind of perseverance and willing to work through those and still apply for RASLA, I think that's really admirable. So I think we recommend him.
Yes, and then we had Jamie as one of the first male RAs for Team 2. And we just thought that he would be a really good applicant because he was very well recommended, and he's very respectful of others, which is nice because as an RA you want to make sure that you're respecting everybody, at the same time have the discipline to make sure that everybody's following all of the rules. And he has a little bit of a lower GPA, but maybe he could work towards that and get it up. Yeah, so we just thought he would be a good choice for RA.
And lastly, we picked Carl for an RA because of his organization and his structure. Because I think sometimes the male dorms, they need a little extra of that. And because he attends the weekly and helps set up and tear down, it just shows the initiative and he takes in his community and volunteering. And although it says that he talks over others frequently, we feel that he can improve upon that as long as his co-RA and his SLA help keep him accountable as the triad should. And so we think he's good.
Yeah.
Should we say who we didn't pick?
How much time?
We're out of time.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that was our activity.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks for listening.